Welcome to our grounding practice or grounding ritual. You don't need any preparation for this other than finding a quiet space, an intimate space where you feel safe and you can allow yourself to sink in. You can either sit comfortably or you can lie down, whatever you prefer, whatever makes you feel more comfortable. This is only going to take a couple minutes, but the intention we set behind the grounding practice is to call out our energy, to bring our energy back home. Sometimes we get so carried away in our day-to-day life that we forget that our energetic field only expands so much beyond our physical body. And if we continue to send our energy away without calling it back, we begin to feel depleted. And this is what we are changing. This is what we are transforming with this grounding practice. So sit down, lie down, whatever makes you feel comfortable, and let's begin. You can close your eyes if you feel guided to. We're going to start with a very short breath. The purpose of this breath is not to expand your lungs as wide as you can. The purpose is to allow the breath to slowly travel down your body. So we will take a slow breath and allow it to travel down, beginning from the nose. So let's take a breath in through the nose. And as we take it, we slowly allow it to pierce through our energetic centers, going from our chest into the belly, into the womb space. And then we bring out back the breath. You can exhale through the mouth or you can exhale through the nose, whatever you feel grounded, whatever you feel more comfortable with. So let's begin. Taking a slow breath in through the nose, sending it down, and we call it back out. Let's repeat this another 2 times. Breath in through the nose, almost feeling how your womb is calling in the breath down, and then release. Let's do it again. Breath in through the nose, slowly traveling down towards your womb space, and we call back the breath out. Let's repeat that another 3 times. We're doing the same. It's a very slow breath. You don't need to take a big inhale. It is slow breath, but we are allowing our womb to receive the breath. Let's take it in. And let's call out the breath. Let's do that again. And let's call it back out. Let's keep this breathing dynamic for a little while. And as you're inhaling and sending your breath down through your throat, through your heart, through your belly, into the womb center, I want you to imagine how your womb space is like a rose and it's opening up so she can take that breath in, and then she's sending back out, closing, and she's sending back up the breath that is traveling through all of your centers and back through the mouth. You can visualize that as you're breathing in, sending it down, and breathing out, and see how that feels. Let's take a breath in The rose is opened, and now she's closing and sending the breath back up. Let's continue that breath for a little while in your own pace. As the rose is opening, taking in your breath, pay attention to the color of the rose. Is she red? Is she white? Maybe pink? You can now come back to a normal dynamic of breath, whatever you feel comfortable with. If you feel guided to continue the womb breath, you can do that. If you feel guided to take a different rhythm of breaths, you can do that. Whatever feels comfortable for you. Can you smell the rose? Can you sense the fragrance of the rose? How does that feel? Can you imagine holding that rose with your hands? How does she feel? Her leaves, her petals, even her little thorns that you can gently slide your finger over. They feel soft. Can you pay attention to what is surrounding you? Where are you at right now? Is it a garden? Is it a forest? What does your surrounding look like? And how does that make you feel? Can you notice the temperature, the air around you? Does it still smell like roses around you? Or can you pick up another sense, another fragrance? And if so, what is it like? I want you to turn around now. Wherever you are, turn around and see what is behind you. And I want you to go in that direction. It feels safe. Even if it's a place you have never visited before, it feels safe. It feels familiar. You feel guided to take another step and another step towards that direction. Now, as you're walking, you look down towards your feet. Are you wearing any shoes? Or are you walking barefoot? And if so, how does that feel for your feet? As you're looking at your feet, you can see an envelope laying just next to your feet. I want you to pick up that envelope and see what's inside. There is a message there, written just for you. A message from your higher self, a message from your inner goddess, around the connection between your soul and your body. Now, as you're holding the envelope, as you are feeling it in your fingers, in your hands, the texture of the paper, you want to open it because you know that there is further guidance for you. And it's guidance that is going to feel heartwarming. It is going to feel nurturing. It is going to feel like a message that deep inside you've always known, a truth you've always known, but perhaps you had forgotten, and now you're reconnecting with that truth, with that message. I'm going to count from 3 down to 1. And as I say 1, you will open the envelope and you will read the message. Now, as you're holding the envelope, 3, your fingers are starting to lift up the opening of the envelope. 2, with your 2 fingers, you are touching something inside, like a little paper. You can feel it, and you're slowly pulling it out. And 1, you can read the message. This is your truth. This is your guidance. This is what your higher self, your inner goddess wants you to know right now about yourself, about her, and about your body, about your sacred temple. As you're standing there, let's bring ourselves back to the breath. Let's take a slow breath in through the nose, sending it down to our rose. She's opening, but this time she's opening furthermore. She feels bigger. She feels sunny rose, like a queen rose. And we're sending the breath back out. If you feel guided in your body, if you're sitting, to swing your body slightly from left to right or from back to forth, you can do that. Gently rocking your body. Let's take another 2 breaths before we feel ready to come back. Let's take an inhale. And let's bounce the breath back out. Let's take one more breath before we're ready to come back. But let's hold the breath in the rose there before she bounces it out. Inhale in. And let's hold. And let's send the breath back up. And when you feel ready, you can come back to your 3D reality. You can come back to the space. And if you feel guided to, you can also journal about your experience, because all the details you received in this grounding practice are messages from your subconscious. And if you feel guided to share it in the space, I would be more than happy to hear about your experience. Sending you lots of love, and I'll see you shortly.